Good for you. Good for you. What's going on, everybody? My name is Chris. This is our channel, Mr. Siage. Thank you so much for tuning in. For all the returning subscribed Siage soldiers, as always, welcome back. And as you all know, you guys can always hit me back up with a salute by hitting the thumbs up icon down below. It really shows you support, and you know that I greatly appreciate it. And if you're a new viewer by chance, maybe stick around and see what the channel has to offer. And then at the end, if you ultimately decide that you don't like, you could always hit the dislike button as well. But beware, because if you do that, the garbage man is going to leave one piece of trash on your front lawn. Today, I am coming to you with a video that I've been researching for a little bit. Hany over at Alexandria Fragrances sent me two of his newer releases to try out. Hany, thank you very much for trusting me to send these. I really took the time to try to figure out these fragrances, and today I am glad to bring you my review of Alexandria's Royal Equestrian, which is a Parfums de Marly's Leighton inspired expression. And then I'm also glad to bring you Alexandria's Apple Crumb, which is a Parfums de Marly Ojan interpretation. And make sure that you stay tuned at the end of the video, because I'll be doing a giveaway of each of these fragrances as well. Now, I'm gonna start off with doing Alexandria's Apple Crumb, which I previously mentioned is a inspired expression from Parfums de Marly's Ojan. Now, I'll be straight up honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Ojan, but with Alexandria's interpretation, you do get a subtle difference. And let me explain. The Alexandria one in the air smells very similar to Ojan. Very similar. The reason why I took a little bit more time with these is because I wanted to see and take my time and check if there was any differences. With Apple Crumb, upon the first blast, you definitely could tell that this is an inspired expression from Parfums de Marly Ojan. You get that apple, you get that cinnamon, you get those spices, and it generally takes on its namesake of apple crumb. This smells like an apple crumb or an apple pie with cinnamon. It's a great fragrance. Once again, not one for me personally, but this does do Ojan justice. There are subtle differences, but you really have to dig your nose in them to find the subtle differences. You have to be really up close. The sillage and the centrale of Apple Crumb does smell like Ojan. But when you get really close and you take your time and you're honestly looking for differences, which I tend to do sometimes when I look for clones, just to see if there are any, you notice that Apple Crumb does have a subtle difference from Ojan in that there's a little bit more of a flowery sort of vibe in it. It's not like an overabundance of floral notes, but with Apple Crumb, I can tell you that there is a slight difference in a floral aspect. It's nothing major, and like I said, in the centrale and sillage, you wouldn't be able to notice the difference. But when you really dig your nose in it, you can sort of get this flowery sort of undertone in it. Now, I'm not sure if it's coming from the osmanthus or labdanum. I know labdanum tends to be a little bit more of a resinous note, but I think it might be coming from the osmanthus, which tends to give it this leathery stone fruit kind of floral scent, and it actually works quite nice in this composition. And once again, I can't stress enough that in the centrale and sillage, it will smell incredibly like Parfums de Marly Ojan. It's just when you take your time with this, as I have, and you're specifically looking for differences, you might be able to find the same aspects that I do. As for Alexandria's Royal Equestrian, this one is supposed to be a Parfums de Marly Leighton interpretation. And from Leighton, what people most associate it with is a niche fragrance gone designer, basically. And what I think that basically means is just has great mass appeal. And in all honesty, it does. And that's exactly what you're gonna get with Royal Equestrian. It has that similar vibe of Parfums de Marly's Leighton, and it just has a beastly projection and sillage. The central on these are both incredible. They are the Parfum Extrait, and they just last, especially if you get these on clothes. They're gonna last until you wash your clothes, and even that, you gotta make sure to wash them very well. But with Royal Equestrian, it's a very pleasant scent. Once again, there are subtle differences, once again, as they are both just inspired expressions. With Royal Equestrian, I noticed that off the top, just for the first half hour, 45 minutes, I get this sort of powdered sugar kind of scent to it. And it really works well with the notes that are composed in Royal Equestrian. It gives it just a little bit more oomph and a little bit more depth in Royal Equestrian than with the Parfums de Marly alternative. But once again, with this fragrance in the central and sillage, you are gonna be hard pressed to find differences from Royal Equestrian than Parfums de Marly's Leighton. You get those appealing woody notes, you get those appealing spices, and culminated all together in Royal Equestrian, the sillage and central are spectacularly close to Parfums de Marly's Leighton. And if I could take a second to explain to you, a couple months ago, I actually broke my 125 ml of Parfums de Marly's Leighton. Yeah, I was crushed. I was so upset and heartbroken and angry at myself. So mad. But my room did smell good for about 2 to 3 months. I have yet to repurchase Parfums de Marly's Leighton, and I had every intention of doing so, but upon smelling Alexandria's Royal Equestrian, for as long as this bottle is going to last me, I am reluctant to make that purchase because this is just that similar. You guys know that I'm not one for giving percentages or numbered values to clones or inspired expressions, but as far as these two fragrances are concerned, they are very close in the sillage and central, and that's the scent that most people are going to smell on you, and it does smell terrific on you as well. You may notice slight differences when you take your time with it, but ultimately both these fragrances were very well done. A couple months ago, I did a review on a couple of Alexandria's fragrances, and to tell you the truth, these have shown how far Hany has come with making sure that he puts quality and time into his work. You could see the progression of Hany and the commitment that he's doing, and honestly, these are so good. And like I said, I'm reluctant to buy Leighton because of how good this smells. Now, in the end, can I tell you whether or not you should go purchase Leighton, or can I tell you you should go purchase Alexandria? That's going to be for you to decide. But at $39.99 for the 30 ml options and getting a very similar tone and fragrance, I'd be hard pressed to tell you not to at least give these a try. And for 2 of my lucky subscribers, I'm gonna do just that. Hany, once again, as I mentioned, was really kind enough to send me 2 extra boxes to send out to 2 lucky subscribers. And the way that I want to do this is I want you guys to check out Alexandria fragrances. I want you to like them on Facebook, like them on Instagram, and then comment down below which inspired expression by Alexandria fragrances impresses you or intrigues you the most. And also, why not comment which fragrance that you would like to see an inspired expression of done by Alexandria Fragrances. Hany, thank you so much for being able and trusting me to send these to my guys once again. Really means a lot. The contest is going to be for 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks time I'm going to post 2 names on top of this video. I'm going to pin the comment, I'm going to make it bold so you guys can all see. Come back to this video, check out who's pinned on top, and the first person that responds back, that one, is going to get their choice of which one they get. The other person is going to get the other fragrance. So there you guys have it. There was my take on Alexandria Fragrances, Royal Equestrian, and Apple Crumb. You guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know it always means so much to me. All links to my social media are going to be listed in the description down below. And also, tell me in the comments, have you guys tried any Alexandria fragrances? And what are your guys' opinion on them? Be really excited to see what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Love you. And as always, and most importantly, go frag yourselves. Yes. What's that? Roger that. Yes, I said roger that. Hold